Hello YouTube. So I'm Seth. I used to have a YouTube channel back in the day, and I think I deleted it, which really sucks. Alright, so I had anterior lateral thigh phalloplasty. My experience has been amazing for the most part, but I'll go into some of the complications that I'm dealing with, though very minor, are still weighing heavily on me. I chose Brownstein and Crane. Dr. Safer was my urologist. The microsurgeon was Dr. Lee with, I believe, Dr. Kind. Anterior lateral thigh phalloplasty. What does that mean? And I'm literally Googling this right now just to give you the most basic answers without rambling or not making sense. Comes from your thigh. It is skin, fat, and fascia tissue that has a blood supply from the descending branch of the lateral femoral circumference vessels and innervation provided by the lateral femoral cutaneous nerve. In medical language, basically it has its own blood supply. So the microsurgeons were able to reroute an artery and it went into my penis. With ALT, so here's the thing. We'll just get down to it. ALT is like RFF in that it involves microsurgery, which means that they basically are able to hook up nerves and blood vessels, and hopefully you retain full sensation, tactile, erotic, temperature. Right now, I only have erotic, and tactile is coming in, no temperature at all. It's not always guaranteed. That's just how it is. Typically, people report pretty satisfied results. So far, like I've said, I'm less than a year post-op, and I've got really good sensation, in my opinion, for that short span of time. So it's really amazing what they're able to do with that. With that being said, ALT differs from RFF mainly in the type of skin that's being used, because with RFF, radial forearm flap, they're using your forearm, so it's a really thin skin, which is more comparable to a cis man's penis. When you get ALT, the skin is a lot thicker, and typically also you have a lot more fat on your thighs. Thus, ALT is really only a good procedure, and I'm going to say that loosely because of my own experience, but we'll get into that. Good procedure for people who are an ideal body fat percentage, and I don't even think it's necessarily your entire body. It's literally just how much body fat you store in your thighs. So because of this, the girth of my penis is quite large. I was able to choose the length. I chose 5.5 to 6 inches in length, and I have ended up with 6 inches, which is still quite large, but it's definitely not the culprit for my issue. My current issue is that in the largest area of my penis, it is 8.5 inches girth currently. Mind you, I just had surgery and I'm quite swollen, so hopefully it'll go down. And then the smallest area is 7.5 inches. So just to give you guys an estimation, my wrist is right here is 8 inches. So it's quite massive, and it's definitely, like, not just for sexual purposes, but for everyday life especially. It's very, very frustrating. So I'm looking at another, 2-3 surgeries just for debulking to reduce the girth and bring it down to a more like functional everyday size. I never wanted something that was average or smaller than average, but if that's something that you are seeking, then I would definitely say that ALT is not for you. And it doesn't matter really what any surgeon promises you, you're definitely gonna end up with something a lot bigger than you probably had in mind. And that's my experience, and I've ended up on the bigger end of the spectrum, I think, for ideal candidates. But with that being said, like, most of the people that I know have had to have debulking surgeries, and that's more surgeries and that's more time that you won't get back. So if you're looking for a procedure that hopefully you'll be done in like 3 surgeries, RFF is probably the best option. But I'm here to tell you my experience of ALT. It's still an amazing procedure. And there are many aspects of having a penis that I'm very happy about, but currently I am dealing with this complication of large size. So I'm gonna make more videos talking specifically about that and my feelings and everything like that. But I just wanted to give you guys sort of a broad overview of what this channel is going to be documenting. So right now I'm kind of in between surgeries. I'm not yet at the implant stage and haven't honestly given it much thought yet. I know it's something that I want to do, but it's going to mean more surgeries and potential more complications to add on top of what I'm dealing with. So it's something that I've been waiting for. You're also able to do debulking a little bit faster if you don't get the erectile device put in, which makes sense. But I'm not in a rush to be dealing with more and more surgery. I think after I'm happy with sort of the aesthetics of my penis, then I will be able to take a year or so off just as a mental break and really research which erectile device that I'm going to go for, and also get back in shape because, you know, one of my passions is fitness, and I've really let myself go throughout this process. I've gained like 20 pounds of fat. I've lost a lot of muscle mass. Yeah, I'm not like the average guy, but I'm not happy. Like I was in such good shape. So this channel is just a reboot of my life and kind of documenting things for you guys and hopefully helping people who are in similar boat. People who can relate, who are going through surgeries, you know, transitional or otherwise, and feeling like their life is on hold. And it's also very informative. I want more people to have the right information when it comes to phalloplasty. There's a lot of misinformation, unfortunately, within our community, and you know, we all do have our own different feelings about it. Some people don't feel like they need bottom surgery, which is awesome. I totally support that. I support people who feel like they need surgery, and I support people who feel like they need certain types of surgeries and whatever. It doesn't really matter, but at the end of the day, you know, we have to be supportive and we have to educate each other.